Now, release our leaders. That's the call from disgruntled Diepsloot residents. Over the past few weeks, tensions have been rising in the area, with community members taken to the streets and tackling crime in a way they know best: community policing. Now, the SAPs have made arrests in attempts to restore calm, if you will, after the situation became increasingly volatile. Our reporter Manqoba Mchunu is following these developments. Let's cross over to him now. Manqoba, where you are right now, we understand that there's relative calm in the area. What else can you report on at the moment?
Well, certainly, William. In fact, I will just ask my colleague, Gwena, just to show you here around. In fact, you can see that it's business as usual here around Diepsloot. In fact, many of the roads here that have been blockaded just days ago have been opened, and the businesses are also operating this afternoon. And this is because the protests that had been taking place here has been suspended after what happened yesterday, when some of the leaders of this protest were arrested. 3 of them being nabbed by police yesterday during a demonstration where they had been marching here on the streets of Diepsloot, intensifying their shutdown and essentially shutting down the businesses here in the area. This follows that response from the Office of the President that they received on Monday, where they'd indicated that they're not happy with that response and that they're going to intensify their protests. And we understand that the leaders have now been moved to the Johannesburg Central Police Station. In fact, some of the leaders and the delegation that went to the union buildings had gone there earlier this morning just to check on those leaders. And just coming out of that particular engagement, they told us that they are in good spirits and that they are looking forward to coming back to the community to continue with the struggle where they left off. But the residents are saying that they would not hold any engagements with government up until their leaders are released. You'll recall that there was a meeting that was scheduled to take place today between the community leaders as well as some of the officials from government, but they say that they're not going to be attending any of those meetings. In fact, they didn't go to that meeting, saying that they will not do this. If their leaders are still behind bars, they'll await the process for them to be released, and then they will continue with those engagements if needs be. So as things stand, they are currently meeting now here in the community, the leaders that is, to decide on a way forward and what's going to happen really with the protest. But for now, it has been suspended. And earlier on, we spoke to one of the leaders, a reverend, who was also part of that delegation that went to the union buildings, just saying that, they are going to decide from these talks what's going to happen going forward. And perhaps we can take a listen, William, to what he had to say earlier on.
Okay, Manqoba, we don't seem to have that bite, but before I let you go, we know that they were threatening to close down the N14 as well. Seemingly those plans have now been foiled. Manqoba, can you still hear me? I'm asking, before we let you go, we don't have that bite. The community leaders yesterday, before their arrest, they were saying if they don't get the FaceTime with the president or someone senior like a minister to come and speak to them in Diepsloot, they would intensify their efforts and close down the economy. And by that, they were saying they would absolutely close the N14. We're going to try and reestablish our connection with Manqoba Mchunu a little later, and we'll bring you more details and developments in Diepsloot as they happen right now. Good news.